Good morning, you and me.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
All right.
Getting ready. I'm almost ready. I'm just turning
No
off
worries. Anne is she came in for the funeral and she's gone up to visit our friend Sue Gordon at Tromlaw, so she won't be back till Thursday online.
Ooh, yeah.
Sorry?
Did you see her?
No.
No.
She just messaged me. Okay, I'll be quiet now.
Okay. Okay. I assume you can hear me if we've been chatting. My mat is backwards. That's not going to end well. Okay, so we've got a big workout today, but mostly on our butts. So I want you to grab either a band like this and your heavy, medium, and lighter weights. We'll do a quick warm up and then we're getting down on the mat and we're going to do that. We're doing a lot of arms today and a lot of core and bridge. So just take a nice big deep breath and then fold all the way down. Just relax your head, look through your knees. Try to put even weight in both feet and just hang out here and breathe 3 or 4 breaths. Trying to loosen up the back of the legs and somewhat of the lower back. Okay, let's inhale and extend to a flat back and then come all the way back up to standing. Nice and slow. Flip your palms and then sweep them up and then only to come right back down again. Hang out here 3 or 4 breaths. And if you're ready for a straight leg, that's awesome. Try to just unweight the upper body, like don't support it. Just kind of let it hang out so you feel the upper glutes getting a little stretch. Okay, now inhale and extend to a flat back again. And then come back up to standing, sweeping the arms out to the side and then flip them up. And then all the way back down again. Last time, hang out here, breathe 3 or 4 times. Hopefully you're getting a little closer to your legs. Lower back is loosening up, as are the back of the legs. Straighten them out if you can. Okay, walk your hands to the front, meet me in a plank, and then we're going to go right into a down dog. So in this down dog, I'm going to have you alternate lifting your legs. So the left leg comes up, then it goes down, and switch to the right. We're keeping the hips square. You're just warming up. So make sure you haven't pulled your head through the arms. You want to be able to see the sides of your arms in your peripheral vision. Keep alternating those legs just a few more times. Nice. Now come back into your plank. Just hold it. I want you to drop into the shoulders. Take your gaze forward of the mat so you're not dropping the head. Just hold this 3 or 4 more breaths. Then we're going to meet down on the mat doing some cat-cows. So let's step the feet in so you get your knees under your hips and then put them down on the floor. You're going to round the back, look at your knees, pushing away from the earth. Now drop into those shoulders and take your gaze forward. And let's just keep doing that. If you want to hang out in one spot longer, always an option. Okay, let's hold that neutral spine. Kick those feet out to the side, have a seat on your butt. Belle's gonna like this workout because we're not gonna be on our knees. So we're gonna start out lying down with a full body stretch. So how you get there, bring the arms out in front and let's C-curve that spine. Come down nice and slowly. Start to wake up the six-pack muscle by pulling it down. Nice. Now take the arms all the way back behind you. Let the head relax. And we're going to get a big stretch here. Spread those fingers nice and wide. Point your toes. Enjoy. Try to get flat on the shoulder blades. Okay, now let's bring that left knee into the chest. And try to keep your right calf down on the floor. Now let's take the right arm, open it out to the side, and I want you to circle this left knee by itself. And you can hold behind on the hamstring if it's more comfortable for you to do that. Okay, take that leg down, and we're just going to switch. Open the left arm out to the side, bring the right knee in, hug it in nice and close. And now let's give those big circles, as big as you can get them. You're still pressing your belly down. You want to work that muscle the whole time. Okay, let's join the other knee. So bring that one in too. You're going to hug both of them into the chest. Now I want you to hold onto those hamstrings as opposed to your kneecaps. And give me a gentle rock side to side. Now make a little circle with your knees. And change your direction. Okay, still part of the warm-up. I'm going to have you put your feet on the floor with your legs bent. So walk your feet as close to your butt as you can get them. And then pelvic tilt. So press your low back into the floor. You're tilting your pelvis up. And now you're going to reverse that. You're going to tilt the pelvis down. So the ribs pop out a bit. The lower back comes away from the mat. And let's do that a few more times. Roll the pelvis up. Squeeze your glutes while you're doing this. And now roll it back down. And again, roll up. Squeeze. And back down. Okay, now we're going to lift the hips up off the floor into a bridge. So you squeeze. And then you come back down to where you started. Lift all the way back up. Just waking up your core. So isometrically, just so we can use our inner thighs a little bit here, try to isometrically pull those knees together. It's more of just a little activation. Helps us keep nice and stable through the hips. As we continue to go up and down a few more times. And you're just keeping your arms by your side nice and relaxed. On this next one, when you lift up, I want you to hold it up for a little bit. So squeeze your glutes. Bring the inner thighs to the party. Now you're going to walk your feet and knees together. Ooh, now you're really feeling those inner thighs. Just hold. Squeeze your knees as best you can and slowly lower those hips. And squeeze and lift them right back up. And do that a few more times. Squeeze with all your might. One more, hold it up. Open your feet so they're hip width apart. Take that right leg, extend it out nice and straight. Your calf, sorry, not your calves, but your quads are at the same height. Point your toes on the right foot. Put that foot back down and just switch over to the other side. Extend the leg out nice and long, point the toes. And just keep alternating, nice and slow. Keeping those hips nice and square. Do just a few more of these. Nice. Now, slowly bring your hips back to the floor and bring both knees into the chest. Pull them in nice and close. And now we're going to circle them independent of one another. So you open up nice and wide so you get the inner thighs stretching too. Bring them back together, pull them in. Okay, we're going to do a lot of arms today. We're going to be on the floor for quite a bit. So rock and roll up to a seated position. Oh, there you are. Grab your heavy weights, the big girl weights, I like to call them. We're going to start with chest presses. So you want to make sure you got a lot of room here. So when we go to do flies, you need room out to the side. Okay, hopefully you're organized. Grab those weights, come back up into that bridge we were just in, and you're just going to hold the bridge up. Your palms face out. Now pull the weights together at the top, let them have a little kiss, and then open back. You're going to take the back of the arms to the floor, press back up. It's just a regular old chest press. Just controlling it, nice and slow and steady. Keep working that butt. So ideally, you're exhaling out as you press up. Let those weights come together. And don't forget those glutes. You want to be working them as much as you can. And pressing that belly down. Super important. Okay, we have about 5 more to do. Keep the same pace. Use your breath when it gets hard. Okay, let's put these weights down. However you do that, grab that little band, wrap it around your ankles. We're going to do a little out of hip work. So lying right back down, get those legs up nice and straight. And you want to keep your heels over the hips with your feet flexed. Open out wide. And then come in with control. So you're slowing it down. Open out wide. You want to make these as challenging as possible. So the objective here is to get a lot of range every time you open up. Keep the feet flexed. We're going to switch up the angle after 5 more of these repetitions. So every time you open out that band, see if you can get a little more distance between the feet. So you really feel your outer hips. It's really important to get these tiny little muscles strong. Okay, now move your feet a little more forward, just to the point where you feel like you've got to really pull in the stomach to stay nice and protected. And then open back out. It's subtle, but it's going to give you a little more work for your 6-pack muscle. Keep it going. You have 5 more, make them fabulous. And then we're going to do a little hold. Okay, let's take it out wide. Fold it out. Just hold, relax your shoulders, relax your neck. Hopefully you feel those outer hips. Fight through it. You're here about 5 more seconds. Okay, you're going to take those feet to the floor, rock yourself up. You're going to keep the band around your legs. We're going to grab the weights again and do round 2 of chest presses. So get back into that bridge, squeeze your butt, and then just start to press. Stop as you press up. Five more. Hold your weights up. Just hold. Turn your palms so they face each other. You're just holding here for a sec. Now, while you hold these arms up, I want you to extend your right foot off the floor. Just lift it. So you got all the weight going into the left leg. And then switch. Lift your left foot off the floor. It's not going far because you got that band around your feet. Alternate again. Keeping your hips nice and stable. Nice. Okay, butt down. Put your weights down. And let's come back to the legs again. Outer hips. So opening out nice and wide. You want to get nice and flat on the shoulder blades so you're at least comfortable with your upper body. Let it just relax. Going out and in at a nice steady pace. Try to open that band as wide as you can. Keep going. Let's do 4 more. We're going to do a little hold here with a pulse this time. So once you've done those last 4, hold it out even wider than you thought possible, and then go out an inch and in an inch from that point. Just got 5 more seconds of pulsing. Nice job. Okay, rock and roll back up. Grab these weights again, the heaviest ones you have, stretch, and go up and down. You have 15 presses, the last set of the day. Couple more. Okay, hold your arms up, turn your palms so they face each other again. Lift your right foot off the floor, just an inch. You want to keep the arms steady and your hips even. Switch feet. Hips are as high as you can get them. Switch. And switch again. Nice job. Okay, bring the weights up. Grab a quick sip of water. So weird, it says my battery is running low. There we go. Wasn't plugged in right. Okay, sip of water. You're back down on the floor. Now, we're gonna do flies. So you open out nice and wide with almost a perfectly straight arm. So grab your fly weights. Get yourself back into that bridge. This is how we're working the legs today. And the core is by holding a bridge. So palms face each other at the top. Open out with control. Back of the arms get to the floor and then squeeze the chest as you bring these back together. So here's what we got going on. We're going to do 10 of these and then 10 tricep extensions back to back. So make sure when you're lowering those weights that you're doing it with control. So you're working the negative of the move. So it should feel equally as hard going out as it does coming in. When you get to 10, we're going to go right into an extension. You're going to keep your butt up in the air and you're going to hollow out that belly. So here we go now. Your palms face, you just bend at the elbows and press them back up. Nice and slow and in control. So hopefully your weights are challenging enough that you can get through these, but it's challenging, like it's not easy peasy, right? And again, the same applies. Come down with control and go up with that same pace. Okay, you're keeping your butt up. I know it's going to get tired, but that's the whole point. Keep your butt up. Go right back into your flies. Keep squeezing your glutes. Really control these weights. They go out evenly. Couple more and we're right back into the extensions. Okay, so you start those extensions with your wrists over your shoulders and you just bend at the elbow, bring the weights down, tap the shoulders, press them back up with equal control. If you need to switch to a lighter weight because you can't get through these, instead of quitting, you grab something lighter. You keep going. Two more, and then you're right back into those flies for the last 10. Hopefully you're starting to feel it. You should be saying, shit, how am I going to get through this? And if you're not, go heavier because you want to be having that conversation with yourself. Here we go for 10 flies. Make them fab. Keep the weight centered over the chest, not the face. Hopefully your butt cheeks are talking to you now, going, what the heck are you doing? Why am I staying up here so long? Keep them tight. We are going to do a little stretch after this set. So challenge it now. I got 3 more to do. Hopefully you haven't finished. It's not who finishes fast. It's just keeping really great form here. Okay, put your butt down, put the weights down, sit yourself up, take your feet to the corners of your mat. You want to sort of start this out in a staff pose. You're going to walk your hands forward. When you can't get any further forward, you're going to round your back. See if you can get the forearms down on the floor. So you're stretching out the glutes a little bit, your hamstrings. Okay, come on back up. So this time, bring the feet back together. You're gonna come back into your bridge. We're gonna do a round of tricep extensions using one really heavy weight, holding it horizontally. So it's sort of like a skull crusher, or you can hold it vertically, whatever. But let the weight go back behind your head and then press back up. It's slightly a smaller range. So make sure you don't crush your skull, right? We're going to do more repetitions here. And we've limited the range a little bit. We want to do these at least for a minute. So relax that neck and just go up and down. Hopefully the back of the arms are shaking and trembling a little bit. But while you do these, see what you can do with that rib cage. Can you pull it down while you pull the stomach down? And your butt's on the floor and your legs are bent. Okay, I'm definitely starting to feel these. We've got about 15 more seconds. Do your best. Last 5. Okay, pull that weight forward, rock and roll back up to a seated position. Take that weight off to the side. We're going to stretch our lower back a little bit. So you back down on your back and pull your knees close to the chest. Make that little circle again. We're going to come back into our bridge, working our core. So that heavy weight you were just using, you're going to grab again. So find it, get it over the hips. So now you're doing a weighted bridge. I'd like your arms, the back of the arms, to be off the floor. And just sort of try to get that heavy weight, making it even harder to maintain this bridge. Now, while you're there, walk your knees and feet together. Squeeze your knees and just hold this. Steady your hips. There should be no sway, no movement of any kind. Just hold and squeeze. Put as much weight on these hips as you can endure. We're here for about 30 more seconds of squeezing. Woo. When you think you can't do it anymore, you can. So good for you. Squeeze harder. About 10 more seconds, and we're going to do some hip lifts. So you're going to lower the butt to the floor slowly, and then you're going to bring it back up to where you are right now in 5 seconds. Keep squeezing your inner thighs and keep hollowing out the belly. Okay, now slowly lower your butt. You're just going to tap it to the floor, but don't release the squeeze, and then come back up. And then lower and lift. And lower and lift. This is your pace. It's fairly slow. And it's all about squeezing your knees. And if this hasn't got you sweating, the weight you're using on your hips isn't heavy enough. So you always have the option to double up also. So instead of just using a 10, you could use 2 of them. If you don't have 12 or 15, just do what you can. Now, 4 more lifts, and then we just hold that squeeze at the top again. Okay, hold it at the top and just promise me you're squeezing with all your might. Count to 10 slowly and you're gonna stretch it out. Just your butt. It doesn't mean the class is over. Don't get excited. 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh my goodness. Okay, take that weight to the side. Rock and roll back up. Spread your feet wide. Come on back forward. So you're diving between the legs. Try to lower those forearms, relax your head. Just hang out here and breathe a little bit. Okay, rock and roll back up. We're gonna do some lat pulls. So, I don't know, I'm gonna try with my heaviest weight and see how I do, but have another weight nearby just in case you need it. This time, you're gonna keep your butt on the floor. It's all about the lats. So you hold your weight either horizontally or vertically. Give me a little bit of a pelvic tilt. So I want you to think about pressing that back down towards the floor, your lower back, and then slowly let the arms go back nice and straight, and then pull them forward. Feeling this in the arms, but mostly we're trying to target the lats. And I find if you go back nice and slow, sort of where you're trying to resist it, and then pull forward at that same slow pace, we won't have to do as many to get tired. Time is of the essence. We got to get to work. So make this as great as you can. Another 40 seconds here. If you want to go slower, go slower. Nothing wrong with that. You need to take a little break, do it at the top, and just hold for a little reprieve, not much. You want to get out of your comfort zone with these arms today. So try to stay nice and flat on the shoulder blades and keep your neck long. Exhaling out as you pull the arms forward. Inhaling as you go back. Try not to let the ribs pop up too much. That's not the look we're going for, ladies. Getting close. Let's do 5 more slow together here. Okay. Rock and roll forward with that weight. We're actually going to come up on our feet. And we're just going to do a few rows. Nothing crazy. Hello. Grab a quick sip. Cheers. Okay. So, row with the heaviest weights that you have. You're going to fold, I'll show you sideways, fold halfway down, and then start your row. So prod out your chest, try to lift those elbows as high as you can, and then come back down. Just a little micro bend in the legs. So no jerkiness, no momentum, slow and steady wins the race on these. And you also want to be really mindful not to drop your face. Keep your neck long, look forward off the front of the mat. Get your elbows up high and squeeze them into each other. So you got a nice loose grip on the weights. You're hollowing out the stomach, of course. That's like the most go-to message, right? 5 more here. Squeeze, get those elbows up and in. Okay. Go. Put them down. Come on back down. A little stretch here. We're going to pull those knees back into the chest. Massage out our lower back a little bit. So you're just making a little circle. Now change the direction. Nice. Okay, feet back on the floor. You got no weights right now. Walk your feet towards your heels. We're going to do some bridge walkouts. So this is really good core work and butt and hamstring. So bridge it up. Once you're up, come off your toes. So you're just on your heels. Hold this for a breath or two. So you're kind of asking yourself, am I squeezing? Am I pressing the belly down? Do I have it all going on? Hold the toes up. You're going to take one little baby step with each foot, baby, not big, and move them out a little bit. So right now we're getting mostly into the core and glutes, while your glutes are a part of your core. But as we begin to walk out even more, you're going to feel your hamstrings really having to come to the party here. So your toes are still up. Take another little baby step forward with your feet and keep squeezing your butt. And do it again, little baby step and keep squeezing. So now I've taken my feet far enough forward that I am feeling my hamstrings. Hopefully you are too, but we are not done. Take another baby step forward. Keep the butt tight. Keep the tummy actively pushing down. Another baby step forward. Hopefully you have not ran out of real estate on your mat. If you can, take a break, slide up the other way. Another baby step. Or you can slide, but I prefer if you step because it makes it more challenging to keep stable through the hips. So you're just getting more out of it. A lot of hamstring work going on here. Toes are pointing up to the ceiling, so your shins are active. Should be feeling them too. Again, walk it out, hold it. And when we get not a lot of bend, it might be too hard to lift the feet, so you could slide them a little. Just make sure your butt's not on the floor. Whew. Hold it. Now let's take our toes and knees and squeeze them into each other. This is the Sean move now. Squeeze, your butt is up. Just hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release the legs. Oh my goodness. Point your toes, let the arms go all the way back behind you. Take your hands wide, so you're getting a nice stretch through the chest too. Okay, bring your left knee into the chest. Keep the right leg straight. And then switch. Bring the right knee into the chest. Keep your left leg down. Nice. Now bring both knees up and into the chest. We're going to circle the hips, circle the legs. I'm sorry for some hip mobility here. Do a few times in one direction and then change your direction. Keep hollowing out the stomach. Okay, rock and roll back up. You're going to grab your tricep extension weights. Yes, can you believe it? We're doing tricep extensions again. So come on back down. Start out with the palms facing each other. Your wrists over your shoulders. Let the weights come down, tap the shoulder, and press back up slowly. So hopefully you got trembling going on right out of the gate. We're going to work through 12 slow and steady reps. If you choose your pace here, you want to go a little quicker, you can. Workout is almost over. After this, this is your last weight exercise. We're going to come up onto our feet, do a pyramid stretch and a little IT band stretch, and then we're going to work. So I said 12. Hopefully you're counting. If you run out of opportunity to do both together, you can always alternate. I got 2 to get in, and then I am done and on my feet. Oh. Okay. Whew. So let's rock and roll up to standing. Shake up the arms. Okay, quick sip of water, and we're going to do this little pyramid stretch. Cheers. So your left foot comes forward, your right leg is back. Come on down. Start out, you know the rule, right? It's not a rule, but it's just kind of how I like to do it. Your spine stays long. Walk your hands down that leg. Both of your heels are on the floor. And if you take a peek at the back foot, just make sure it's straight. And then when you can and are ready, fold over that left leg, let the head go. Your spine is now in flexion. Big stretch for that left glute and hip. So try to unweight the upper body here. So no weight in the hands. Just breathe a few more times. Okay, walk the hands back up the leg. Step your back foot in and just take the other one back. So you step it as far back as you can still keep the heel down. That's sort of how you gauge. And whether they're close together, that's up to you and your stability. Take it down. Hold over the leg when you're ready. Try not to put any weight in your hands. More importantly, relax your head. So your right leg should be straight, right? Just hold here another breath or two. Okay, walk it back up. Now push off that leg. Come back down. So you're going to have your feet hip width. Take your right foot, cross it over the left. Push your hips back. So you start your hip hinge and then come all the way down. Now, try to, we always talk about loading the back of the feet. For this stretch, it's really important. So push your hips backwards. So we want to be feeling this on the outside of that left hip. Coming down the IT band, the side of the leg. Good job. Okay, bring it back up. And then we're going to switch. Cross the left foot now over the right leg. Hip hinge, hips go backwards. And once you're done and you've got your fingers on the floor to help cantilever, really try to move those hips even farther back if you can. Fold over your legs, so unweight the upper body. And sometimes you could play around with the angle of the butt here. But what you want to do is be pushing it backwards to really get the benefit here. Another breath or two, and we are saying goodbye. Good job waking up. Good job getting it done. Come on back up. Ooh, let's take a nice big deep breath. Reach the arms really long. And exhaling. Woo! We did it. How awesome is that? Did I just lose you?